Hello and welcome back to the next episode of our survival let's play on No Man's Land. You'll see, if you watched the last episode, we just basically carrying on from there. Difference being, we've just spent €400 on fertilizer. We've got 3 fields we need to fertilise. We've got these 2 here, 3 and 4, which need doing as well, because I think 3 in particular is about done. And we could do with putting some fertiliser on field 1 as well. So we will do this one first. Are we anywhere near there? Not far off, are we? Right, where are we at? Missed a bit down the bottom, but we'll go back and do that. And like I've said, at this stage, if there is little bits missed, I'm not overly concerned about it. That's pretty much bang on, isn't it? I'm certainly not going to waste fertiliser going over bits twice just because there's a small amount being missed. Because this fertiliser we need to go quite a long way. Brilliant. And quite a long way, I mean, we can't really be spending much more money on it. Get that down one. I mean, even the smallest one isn't bad, is it? There we go. I don't mind that. The good thing about that field in particular is only half of it will have weeds in it, because the other half was freshly ploughed. I think this one will if it hasn't already. Yeah, it does. What's in this one? Sorghum. What's in that one? Is that sorghum as well? It is, isn't it? And then oats over there. Possibly. We'll have a look when we go past. As I mentioned on the previous episode, it's sorghum and oats at the minute, just because we need them to grow, because they're the ones that are going to sell shortly. Right, a strip here, then we'll do that bit down the front. So we'll do this last bit here, or last bit over this side, sorry. There we go. Oats. Yeah, oats. I mean, that looks terrible, doesn't it? That looks absolutely awful with all them weeds in it, but something we have to live with at the minute, I suppose. Done. Now let's do this one here. I'm over the moon the amount of fertiliser we've got, the fact that we've still got 41%. Didn't think we would. Although it rapidly goes down, doesn't it, when you put it on this width. Right, do one blast there, and then down this side, and that'll take us onto our next job. Right, there we go. See, it's jobs like that where this is why I'm keeping this diet, because it has no issues whatsoever doing jobs like that, or at the minute doing the carton jobs either. It's just anything, because I mean, I think it's 115, or is it 135 horsepower. Obviously, it needs repairing, but I mean, stuff like that, it's effortless, and you can fit them tyres on it, which is ideal. I need to fuel this up as well. I've brought the fuel down. I think once we've turned this field over, that will be, even though we'll probably still have time, that would probably be everything for this in-game day. Just because I don't think we'd have anything else to do. We're waiting for, I think it's that field number 2 to be ready to harvest. Right, we'll go and fuel up first. I've got 2 of the cans here, so that was €50 we spent on this. I can't remember if I showed us buying it at the in the last episode or not. I think we did. Right, €50. I mean, that took us more than, would you say that's half? Slightly more than half. So I don't think that's bad, really. Right, 7 mile an hour. I can certainly live with that. I love the textures on this one as well. It's just so much better, isn't it? I'm going to be going back onto 19 in the next couple of days to carry on with the roleplay series, and I know it's going to be like quite a massive difference. We didn't go far enough back, did we? Yeah, I think things like the texturing, the sounds, I mean the audio on FS22 I think is fantastic in comparison to 19. So much better. But I think I'm going to get quite a big shock when I go back, because I haven't played on it since the game came out on the 22nd of November, didn't it? I remember having to do was it the final episode or the final 2 episodes of Jack Pine needed doing, so I did them just as the game came out. I'd already finished Greenland, so I don't know, probably maybe the 24th might be in the last time I was on. 24th of November. But no, we need to get the roleplay series back up and running again. There's so much more to do on that. Absolutely tons. There's a way as well where I think I can transition between the two games. It's just a couple of things I'm waiting for, that's all, but it's not going to be exclusively on 19. Although I'm going to have to keep the main thing on 19 for now, just because of mods, etc. And the storyline. I mean, the storyline at the minute is on 19, isn't it? It's on Attingham. So I am looking forward to getting back on though. I've missed doing it. I just wish it was on 22. There was something else I was going to talk about as well, and I can't remember now. It's fully gone out of my head. I'm going back to 19. I haven't even been looking, just because I haven't even booted the game up. That shows you how old I am, doesn't it? Booted the game up. Yeah, I haven't looked to see what new mods have come out on 19. There'll be tons of stuff on there. Oh, that's going to be one of the limiting factors as well, isn't it? Is going to be the count, the storage for the mods. Because on 19 I was at like 99% constantly. And for the roleplay series as well, it's an absolute nightmare. Because there's so much you need to do on there. You're constantly getting mods on, taking mods off, and it's really, really time consuming. Really can't remember what I was. There was something in particular that I wanted to talk about, and I've totally forgot now. In the time it's took us to go up and get that fertilizer and fertilise them fields, I am stumped. Just before coming on here, I was back on Elm Creek. So I've been playing Elm Creek without recording it, and what I wanted to do was get, because basically we were in a bit of a rut on Elm Creek. We've got a massive loan like we have on here, $500,000 on there loan, and we were sort of just plugging along without making much progress, because we'd bought two factories with the end game to produce cereal. So I mean, there's loads of money gone out, and there was hardly any coming back in. Well, I've spent about a year. I'd have to say exactly, but I'd say it's probably going to be about a year and a half that I haven't recorded. I've been carrying on playing, same principles, playing exactly the same way, and it's just in the last couple of days started to sort of turn. We're starting to make the money. So there's going to be a sort of catch-up episode that'll come within hopefully the next few days. I'm just trying to get to one specific point, and then that catch-up episode will be out, and then we'll be back on, just as we were normally, to continue that series. I think we're already sort of 30 odd episodes in. The Belleron series, the speed let's play, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just do a sort of final episode. I think with that one, because of the way we've played it, the sky's the limit with it. Like, we can just make as much money as we want on there. Because we do as many contracts as we can and we rattle through, we get as much done as we can in a day. I think we could just continually make money on that one, and I don't think there's much more to do on it. I mean, we've got the bread production going. We could always aim for the cake one, I suppose, on that one. Because on the thing I didn't say, there's another production chain that I haven't bought or anything like that. I'll do that when we're on camera. But there's another production chain that I'm aiming to get involved in, like a brand new one, completely new, with regards to it's got nothing to do with raisins or cereal or anything like that. So yeah, on Belleron, I think we could just carry on going and making so much money that I might just do a final sort of, this is where we're at, and this is how much money we made in that time. Because what I didn't account for was No Man's Land coming out as quickly as it did. I thought it would just be the 2 series for a while, to be honest. I thought it would just be the Speed Let's Play on Belleron and the Let's Play on Elm Creek. But as soon as this came out, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was going to go onto this one because this pretty much personifies how I like to play the game. So the other one that I seen, the other map that I seen something, I think it was by, I can't remember who it was, I really apologise. The map maker for Stone Valley announced that that one was that map's coming to 22. I'm gonna have to have a look quickly. I'm just typing on my phone at the minute, that's why I'm not Nancy Boy. That's what it was. I couldn't for the life of us remember. I spent on 19. I spent so much time on that map. And the thing I remember mostly about that map was there was 2 huge fields on it, absolutely massive. There was one right next to the main farm where you start, and then there was a one just on the opposite side of the map, very similar in size. Well, with them ones, in one of them ones, the one furthest away from the farm, I remember doing the whole field in sugar beet, because the biogas plant, and this was just on normal economy as well, it wasn't on easy, the biogas plant would take sugar beet for $900 per 1,000 litres, which was just utterly ridiculous. So it took us about 4 days to harvest and sell all that sugar beet to the biogas, because obviously you have to wait for it to be processed, and I made about $6 million off it. It was absolutely mental. I mean, for that money, obviously you graft like crazy because it's just constant, isn't it? I mean, I had a worker away on the harvester, but it was just constant back and forth. with the wagons, waiting for the sugar beet to process through the BGA. It was just absolute nightmare. That was the thing that slowed us down. Just waiting for that BGA. So if that comes soon, I can't see us, unless Elton Creek's finished, I can't see us doing a series on that. Unless, like I said, Elm Creek's come to sort of a natural end by then. We'll just have to wait and see when it comes out. And then the other map that's been sort of heavily spoke about at the minute is Calmston Farm, isn't it, by Oxygen David. I've seen previews of that and that looks absolutely outstanding. I mean, just with along the same sort of lines as the way Attingham Park is, I think that Calmston Farm would just be ideal for roleplay, wouldn't it? However, I think you're possibly going to get a couple of them already from other content creators. The one I want, and for people who watch us regularly will know, is Sandy Bay. Absolutely desperate for Sandy Bay to come back to or to come on to FS22. Sorry. And the other one that I absolutely loved, spent a lot of time on as well. However, I think it was pre-seasons. I don't think I played seasons on this one. Was Purbeck Valley. I thought it was an outstanding one. And actually, Purbeck Valley was the map I was originally going to do My Farm and Life on. I spent about 12 hours setting the map up, writing the storyline on it, writing the characters with regards to that particular map. And then Attingham came out and it changed. Just because of all the things you could do. Obviously, Attingham was made, what? It's about 2 years after Purbeck, something like that. At least 18 months anyway. So, yeah, that got changed sort of last minute. I actually started doing bits of recording as well. I'd done an intro on Purbeck. Right, it's just a little bit, 2 bits down here, 1 over there. And then we are done. Right, that has took us, oh, the whole thing anyway. We've been recording for sort of 24 minutes now, so, but I don't want to take this over 3 days. 3 days. I don't want to take this in-game day over 3 episodes. So what I might do is, I'll change to the cedar. We'll start scene, but I'm not even gonna time lapse. I'm just gonna jump. I think. How much seed have we got in here? Enough. Right, so sorghum again for the reasons we've already stated. 5 mile an hour, that's alright, isn't it? Right, I'm going to carry on with this and we'll be back close to the end. Right, we've got about 2/3 of the field planted, seeded. As you can see, we've hardly used any seed really. I mean, what were we on? About 340 litres, something like that, and we're down to 250 at the minute. I mean, sorghum just, it goes such a long way. The majority is being done at 4 to 5 mile an hour. However, every now and again there's these little stutters, like that, basically, that takes us down to well, sometimes to a standstill. We're absolutely desperate to get rid of this seeder because it just sucks too much power. I mean, even if it's sort of fully fixed, it just sucks too much power out of any tractor that we've got to be able to use effectively. So basically we just need that modded seeder, the Amazon one. Or Amazon, can't remember how you pronounce it. However, I'm not gonna keep this on for the rest of the video. I'll do the rest of it after we've finished. This will be the last episode in this in-game day. I'm hoping that in the next one, field number 3 is going to be ready to harvest. Field number 4 might actually be ready to harvest, but there'll be that strip, not field number 4, field number 2, sorry. But there's going to be that chunk at the bottom, sort of a quarter of the field, what is a day behind. So I don't know what we'll do with that, we'll see. But for now, we'll leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.